With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has, and how the...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So here are the Titans backed up to start this drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 83 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. He finds his man, complete. It's Person. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's McDonald to throw. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 24. This defense for the Titans, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Edmonds. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Back to throw. Edmonds. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Aviators have taken the early lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's just me and you.
Now Williams running left. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. McDonald sets to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he will have a Titans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point forthcoming. And it is now 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. On second down, it's Williams, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing is McDonald. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Edmonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun, Edmonds. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
To throw on second down, Edmonds. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Edmonds. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at, and deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. On 2nd down now, it's Williams, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go.
McDonald. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's get him.
The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. McDonald. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Out of the gun, McDonald. This one complete to Patton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Let's go. Let's go.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the gun, it's McDonald. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case...
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop of the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Edmonds.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 18. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. From the gun, McDonald. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. McDonald. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Williams.
And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Off the play fake, Edmonds. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 11 now.
Back to throw. Edmonds. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Edmonds. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st down, McDonald airing it out for Hamilton. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
And it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McDonald, he finds his man, complete. That's Person.
7 yards, the pickup there.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Mills. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And that will close the gap down to 14. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This time they stay on the ground. And he's got some space here. And out across midfield down to the 45. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw on second down, Edmonds. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
66 yards on the ground for him now, as he's done that on 15 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. To throw on third down, Edmonds. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Looking to throw. Edmonds. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, Edmonds. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Aviators are able to stretch out their lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Airing it out for Hamilton.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. McDonald. Caught outright by Patton. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Edmonds. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Edmonds. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
On game of 7, 1st down, Columbus.
On 1st and 10, Edmonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
7 yards the pickup there.
Now they try the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Edmonds looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Throwing on 1st down. McDonald. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Operating from the gun. McDonald. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He finds his receiver left side. This is Patton. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Edmonds. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And on now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, McDonald. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Titans on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. McDonald. Over the middle, complete. That's Patton. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make this a second down. Operating from the gun. McDonald.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
On third down, Edmonds fights him off. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. On first down, McDonald. And the catch made, it's Patton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, McDonald. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. From the gun on third down, McDonald, he finds his man, complete. It's Patton, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McDonald throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hamilton, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, McDonald, and he checks this one down to Williams. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Columbus, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.